Come here. Come here. Come here. No. Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sammy wants to say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. Oh, he's not interested. He wants the food on the table.
Oh, can't have that.
No. How are you?
All right. Did you go on the call at 7 to 7:30?
No,
With
I had to cook dinner because,
Yeah, because it
late. No, what happened? Was it good?
I don't know. I was driving and I
No.
was trying to get on my phone and I couldn't.
Oh.
So, but I registered, so I should be able to watch it later or tomorrow.
Oh, cool. If it's interesting, send me the link.
All right, I will.
I forgot to register for it. I didn't. Well, maybe I did. I didn't register for it.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't. So our team did really well this week, this campaign.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Or as Lisa says, our team made President's Club in this campaign.
Oh, really?
Our team made President's
cool.
Club this, yeah.
I was shocked. I made gold leader on Sunday with only 10
Gold
orders.
ambassador.
I mean, gold ambassador.
Yeah, I know.
What did I say? Leader? Sorry.
Yeah. I wish. How many promotions with it? Where am I then?
You're an executive, something
I'm
or
at
other.
least silver.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know we did. I've been kind of watching a little closely because by Sunday we had both made it.
Well, that's good.
But now
I was disappointed. I had somebody order online $98 in campaign 23 last week, which was great because that would bring my award sales up by 200, only because I know that's going to be my biggest campaign is 23.
Right.
And she got an email this morning. They canceled her order because one of the products she ordered wasn't in, so they canceled the whole thing.
What? They do that?
I don't know.
I
guess
never
if
heard of that.
it's direct delivery. I don't know. I don't know what they do. So she contacted me and said, and it was the lip balm, the Moist Therapy lip balm is what they were sold out of.
Right.
So I called and he's like, oh, we have that. I go, they contacted her at 6 o'clock this morning and said her order was canceled because it was out of stock. And he goes, oh, we have the lip balm, but we're out of stock of the other. She ordered also the hand cream, and now that was out of stock. So he said she should try tomorrow. She'll probably get both of them. But tomorrow is a different campaign for me.
It doesn't matter. If she had done it this weekend, it would have been campaign 24 anyway.
No, she did it in campaign 23 before it switched over.
No.
She did it last week. No,
What
Donna,
day last
before,
week?
like Wednesday? And they notified her today?
The reality, if they place, I had people place on Thursday before it closes, and it gets credited to the next campaign. You don't get the credit until it ships. So if it doesn't ship, and I always try to tell my new recruits that if you're counting on, an online sale, you got to encourage people to do it earlier in the campaign, not later in the campaign. Because as you get later toward, you don't get the credit till it ships.
Well, it's funny because that girl ordered on the day, and it was 23 was the campaign, because somebody else called me. I had dropped them a book, and sometimes I like to order online just so that we don't have to meet up. And she wanted to place the order online, but she wanted to place the order for 24. She couldn't get 24 on my website yet.
Right.
So the person that placed the 23 order, it would have been in 23.
It
right?
doesn't matter. You don't get the credit until it ships. So credit would go to 24. I only know that because it's happened to me one time in the day. I was trying to help one of my new recruits hit her kickstart. So I literally went on her store, or she was like short $20, and I'm like, oh, I'll go, and she didn't get the credit till the next campaign. I
Oh
was like,
my
oh, I just
goodness.
wasted 20 bucks. I was just trying to help her out
Oh.
because she was just short. She didn't, so didn't have
Well,
a work.
I always train my people that you want to get 150 in personal sales because you have more control over that and you know when it's coming in.
Right.
Once you
No.
get
Her
established,
personal
it's
sales,
great.
she came, right. Her personal sales, she came in under. She just
Right,
she
right.
didn't hit it.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, when I talk to people about the website and say, you need to sell $150,
Oh, yeah.
I always say, don't ever guarantee
Yeah,
on the
no,
website.
I always explain to them about how you don't get the credit till it ships and you have no control over when it ships. I gotta get my crazy.
You have no control as to when they place the order either.
Right, you have no control over when they place the order and you have no control over when it ships. So,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I always try to, I don't know why my phone is making so much noise. I thought maybe somebody was trying to text me.
I had a problem getting on
Oh, you did?
to the link. Yeah.
Huh.
So other people, and I just kept trying, and then finally it clicked in. I think I logged on to the meeting 3 times before I got in.
Huh. Well, I'm not getting any text, so I don't know. Let me look on Facebook and see if anybody's posting anything.
Nobody wants to go to Mexico but you and me?
Well, I don't know. We had a few people. No, it's still not. On the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Mary. Do you
Oh, I
see
don't see
Mary?
anybody.
Hi, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Mary,
Does she
can you
hear
hear
you?
me? I don't.
Oh, now I see Mary.
Is that your Mary?
No, it's your Mary.
Mary, what's your last name?
Smallwood.
Smallwood. She's on your team, right? Mary Smallwood?
I'm Liz. Liz is Mary.
On Liz, yeah, Liz
Okay.
Hicks, right.
Good. Awesome.
Second generation, right.
Yeah, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see if other people. Did you have a hard time getting on, Mary?
No, I just remembered that it was 8 o'clock, so.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of.
Barbara had a hard time. I'm on my phone. I was trying to figure out if other people are trying to get a hold of us to say that they are also having a hard time getting on. Okay. Oh. All right. I don't know. I give up. All right. So, Mary.
Yes.
You want to go to Los Cabos, Mexico?
Not particularly. I'm not fond of Mexico, but I'm just here for the train. I said I'm not particularly fond of Mexico, especially since they're caravanning to our country right now. But but I'm.
I think Mexico is, but go ahead.
I'm eager to learn though, so I'm here to learn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mary, just so you know, if you hit all the benchmarks and get the trip to Mexico,
Yes, ma'am.
you have the option of not going to Mexico.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just real quick, I'm just going to share my screen because we're just going to talk about what it takes, what you have to do. So give me 1 second.
I'm just gonna run again.
Nope. All right, here we go.
And I'm eating dinner. I apologize. I just got home from the store.
Oh no, you're perfect.
Trying to throw a Halloween costume together at the last minute.
Oh no, I just say you come in your jammies, whatever it takes. So we lost Barbara for a minute.
I'm sorry. I just ran to get a piece of scrap paper to take notes. I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay, real quick. So this meeting is about what we need to do to earn the trip to Los Cabos, Mexico. And Mary, you're right. Actually, if you do the stuff that you have to do to earn the trip to Los Cabos, Mexico, you're actually growing your business. So even if you don't quite hit all the numbers, and you don't win the trip, you have moved your business along. You've increased your sales, you increased your team, and all of these obviously brings more money into your household every 2 weeks. So So to go to Los Cabos, Mexico, this includes 3 nights at the Hyatt, all-inclusive package for all food and drinks. That includes alcohol. Round-trip airfare, ground transportation to and from the hotel. You get a welcome reception and a farewell dinner. Well, you get dinner every night, I'm sure, but I'm sure the farewell dinner is a big thing. And I think they do awards at the farewell dinner. Or
now, I'm sorry, like every night you're there, is there like some kind of an Avon meeting, rally?
I don't believe so. I think that's what the welcome reception is and the farewell dinner. You
Gotcha.
basically get to do your own thing. And I remember listening to Lisa Wilbur one time, and she didn't understand that you could actually make money in Avon. And she was talking to the district sales manager in New Hampshire where she lived. And she, and she asked her, who are these people? You keep talking about people who really make the money. And Lisa said, who are these people? And the district sales manager said, you need to win the next trip or earn the next trip. You'll meet them. And so she tried to figure out what she had to do to win the trip. She won the trip, and she met, and she just started talking to all these super achievers who earn thousands and thousands of dollars a month. And now Lisa Wilbur happens to be earning probably more than they earn, because she earns like $16,000, $17,000 every 2 weeks. But her whole thing about the trip was more than just how much fun it was, but how she would start settling up and talking to people and asking their ideas about growing your business and just getting inspired that this actually is a business that actually earns money. So, see, my phone keeps binging at me, but it's nobody texts me. Okay, so that's what you get for the trip. So they fly you into Mexico, they fly you home, transportation from the airport to the hotel, from the hotel back to the airport, and all that. I don't think we want to watch the video, so we're going to pass on that. You guys can see this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So here's what it is. You need to earn 5,000 points to earn the trip for one person and 7,000 points to earn the trip for 2 people. So you can start now, even though the incentive is campaign 1 to campaign 8. You can start now, and the way you start now is just building your own team. So, when we bring more representatives into the company, we're actually helping Avon, right? Because the more sales force they have, the better their sales will be, correct? Just like why you see Wawas or whatever, wherever you live, popping up everywhere, or 7-Elevens at every corner, or Walgreens across the street from every CVS, because they have to keep building more stores so they can get more people into the store, more people buying their stuff. So Avon's not any different. They just don't build, walled buildings. They build representatives. And the best way for them to get quality people into the company is through us doing it, so they reward us. And you get rewarded bringing people into the company by $20 every time you bring somebody into Avon, and she's a successful qualified recruit. And this is something you always have to remember. A successful qualified recruit is somebody who comes in and places an order of $150 or more her first or second campaign. So you bring somebody, and her first campaign is whatever campaign she puts her first order in. Okay, it's not like, well, I signed her up in 24. She doesn't put her order in 24, then she's messed up. So that's not the case. If you bring her in campaign 24 and her first order isn't until 25, that's fine. That's her first campaign. So let's just say you brought somebody in campaign 24. She places her first order in campaign 25, but it's only $75. That's fine. So as long as she pays for the order, she's still in good standing. So now her second campaign, which would be campaign 26, now she has to hit $150 in campaign 26 for 2 reasons. One is that makes her a qualified recruit for you. So Avon's going to give you $20 for bringing her into the company. but also the Kickstart. If you're familiar with Kickstart now, they get 40% earnings on everything they sell. Their first campaign doesn't matter the size of the campaign, but their second campaign has to be $150 or more for them to get that 40% on everything. So you always want to encourage them to get that second campaign to 150. So you're helping her by doing that. But now she's a qualified recruit. And in that case, you've just earned 300 points for her. Because her first or second order was $150. She paid for it on time. So now you earned your $20. And you're going to earn 3% of everything she sells forever and ever and ever, as long as you are both active representatives. And you've earned 300 points toward the trip. And keep in mind, though, your new girl can play as well. As soon as she becomes a representative, she can play for this trip as well. So let's just say you bring in 3 or 4 people. You're just, oh my gosh, this is cool. I have, make a list. Who do you know? And I mean customers. Do you have customers who love Avon? Do you have family members or friends or coworkers or, your friends' coworkers? Anybody who you think might benefit or loves Avon so much that they would like to have a 20% discount in everything they buy, because that's the minimum of anybody. They pay $25 to join this club, let's just say. Like if you want to join BJ's or Costco or Sam's, you're going to pay $50 to get 15 to 20% discount. She can draw one-time deal of $25, and she earns a minimum of 20% on everything she buys forever and ever. And if she sells to a few friends, she can earn her product for free. And a lot of people go into Avon just because they love Avon and they want free, they want their stuff free or super cheap.
And that's why I started, and I didn't really do much because I wasn't in it to really sell it, but just to get the discount.
Right. And tell that story and then say, I'm finally figuring out you can actually earn money at this. So, that's why a lot of people start. So there's that. So now if you were to bring in 3 or 4 people and they were all selling at $150, $200 each, and you're selling at $200 or $300, if all of you together sell $1,000 in a campaign, you would have to do a minimum of $200 yourself, and then you and the 3 or 4 others submitting orders do $1,000. You promote to Bronze Ambassador. Okay, now there's a financial bonus. What is it, Barbara? 500, 500, right?
Yeah.
To Bronze
500.
Ambassador. You would get, okay, so now you would have gotten $20 for each of these people. I don't know why my phone is doing that. $20 for each of these people that you brought in, as long as their first or second campaign was $150 or more. You would have gotten $300 for each of them point-wise. But if you were to promote to Bronze Ambassador, now you're getting an extra $500 in bonus. So this is all within to campaign 26. Though I'm going to also tell you, these bonus points carry over to campaign. You'll see it. They carry over to the incentive as well. So these are ways to get your bonus points. Now, starting in campaign 1, that's when the actual incentive kicks in. So if you sell between $300 and $499, any campaign where your personal order count is $300 to $499, you're going to earn $100. If you sell $500 or more, you're going to earn $200. So let's just stop there and think about that. So you're going to earn points. Now this is for 8 campaigns. So if you could, in all 8 campaigns, sell $500 or more, you've earned 1,600 points right there toward the cruise, just by your sales alone. So if you're not at that comfortable range, how do you get there between now and then? Because what you sell now doesn't help you. And everybody sells really well right now because it's the holiday season. So So what do you have to do to get your sales up? So the first thing you want to do is invest in more brochures. I don't know how many brochures you buy now, Mary, and how many you'd be comfortable buying. How many do you get normally in a campaign?
Okay, well, I just re-signed. This is a kind of the confusing part because I thought once you left and didn't place orders that they canceled your account.
Mhm.
So I re-signed up as a new recruit.
With Lori again?
No, I didn't list anybody.
yes.
I just went on. I just went on the computer and signed up.
Did they
And
give you your $25 back?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So they gave me, and this is the odd thing is I didn't realize it until I started looking through everything. But they gave me campaign 25 and 26. They didn't give me
Okay.
any books for 23 or 24. So I went and ordered 30 books for campaign 24, and
Okay.
they should be here anytime. And of
Perfect.
course, I placed an order. So
Okay, perfect. Okay,
yeah,
so you're just starting out. Okay.
yeah.
So what I would, maybe it's your phone making all that noise. Not good? I don't know. So what you want to do is have an idea of how many customers you have or how many of these books you can hand out to people you already know or would already give out brochures to. And then add 10 more than that when you start ordering more brochures. Because you want to start reaching out to people you don't necessarily know right now. And that could be walking a neighborhood and hanging them on doors or, just everywhere you go, give a brochure to the teller, the cashier. We were talking about this the other night. Some people take those little what's new bags, the clear literature bags. They
Right.
put the brochure and hang on doors. They will hang on the back of the toilets in McDonald's or wherever they have, wherever they eat. They just hang them there. Just anywhere you can get your books up. If you're comfortable talking to people, or even if you're a little uncomfortable talking to people, but willing to do it anyway, you can go out with some samples and tell people, I'm just restarting my business, my Avon business, and today's Customer Appreciation Day, and I'm here to give you some free samples. Would you be interested in getting a fragrance sample or a mini lipstick? And just, you want to get these, and just ask people. And then whenever you give them that lipstick or that fragrance, whatever you have on hand, just whatever you have on hand, you hand them a brochure as well. If they're excited, you try to get their contact information so you can follow up. But these are ways to build your customer base. Because to sell at 500 or more, you're going to need at least probably 30 or 40 customers. Because you're going to need at least, what, Barbara, 10 to 15 orders, right?
Well, 17 customers gives you President's Club, which is about $400. However, you want to remember that the same 17 people are not going to order every campaign for the next 8 campaigns.
Right.
So you really do want to have like 40 people so that somebody's ordering this campaign, but maybe somebody else is ordering the next campaign. So that's kind of where you want it to be. You want enough people to pull from that you're not always asking the same people to place an order.
I already have on the front of all my brochures a Post-it note that just says name, phone number, So as soon as I give a person a brochure, I can say my name and numbers on the back, and I just take yours so I can follow up with you in a couple of days.
Perfect.
See how you like the sample of this or that, and
okay. How long have you done it before you stopped?
actually, I wasn't selling. I was really just buying for myself.
Okay.
But when I decided, I moved. Okay, so I moved from Orange County to Marion County, and I changed jobs, and I had a lot going on. So now that I'm settled, I decided I want to pay off my credit cards before Christmas. So I'm like, I have a goal, and I'm going to use this extra money, and it's all going to go toward the credit card. So that's my incentive. So
okay,
good.
Perfect.
So I've been watching every video that I could find. Like you said, the leaders the ones that get the big checks.
Uh-huh.
I've been watching them on Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that, trying to, figure out what I need to do to make it happen.
Right. Okay, and then Mary, you also want to get on Donna's Dazzling Diamonds. That's our private Facebook group.
Yeah,
So-
that's where I am now.
Oh, you're on there. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Okay, and Mary, Mary, are you into the social media end of things?
I'm trying to figure that all out, and I'm also trying to figure out what happened to my customer list. I guess maybe because I was gone so long, I have to go back through my books now and get my customer names and phone numbers because they're not
they're not in it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go on youravon.com and you go to the web office, there'll be pink boxes once you click on the web office. Right underneath it, it says social selling, I think it says. Click on that and just start exploring with the different things that are in there, because that will help you considerably. And then if you have any questions, I think you should have my cell phone number, but I'll personal message it to you through Facebook on Dazzling Diamonds.
Okay.
So that this way you'll have my cell phone and you can just call me if you run across a problem or have a question.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit with somebody because I'm going through a university, and I'm trying to set up everything, and I linked my Facebook, but then I'm hearing that you have to have a Facebook business account, that Facebook doesn't like you. So I'm trying to navigate all this. I mean, I have a Pinterest, I have a Twitter, I have a LinkedIn, but I don't really use them. I kind of just use it to follow and to get information. I don't use it to promote myself. So I have to learn that.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to keep going because the video, we are being recorded, and I know people are going to hop on. So we're going to talk a little bit more about how to win the trip. But everybody needs to really start now trying to build your sales, because you need to be at least at 300, at least to get 100 points. And over 500 and more, you're going to double that and get 200. So every campaign that you sell 300 or more, you're going to get 100 points. Every campaign that you sell over 500, you're going to get 200 points. Now, again, because most of us are not getting Alma leads, I'm not even going to talk about that, because I think Barbara and I are the only two on a team that get Alma leads.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Alma leads, those are leads generated by Avon. So if somebody anywhere goes online and they're perusing around looking for maybe a network marketing or a direct sales company, or they put in their work from home or make money from home, and Avon pops up, and they go in there and they look at and they put in their information. It goes to Avon. Avon captures that they're potentially interested in being a representative. And then Avon sends the lead to qualified representatives who are on the leader track.
I gotcha.
So once you become a bronze ambassador, which again is that 3 or more people on your team, you're selling a minimum of 200, and you and they are doing $1,000 each, a total on your team, and you title to bronze ambassador. So you get if you do it during this incentive, you get the points, you get this, but you get the $500 bonus. But you also have the opportunity at that point to go into the Avon University, take the Alma training, and then register to receive Alma leads. And Alma leads come in 2 ways. Some of them are free, and some of them you either pay $4 or $10 for. So you get to decide if you want to pay for them or you just want to take your chances with the free ones. But you have to generate personal leads first, show that you have an interest in leadership. So that's what an Alma lead is. So it's generated from Avon.
Okay.
And then personal qualified recruit is just anyone you meet or you bring into the company personally. You find them, you talk to them, you convince them to become an Avon representative. So again, those you're going to get 300 points for. Now here's the nice thing, and this goes either whether you brought these people in campaign 24, 25, or 26, or you bring them in after campaign 1. Every single time your new recruit places a $150 or more order after the first one, because the first one, it makes them qualified. So after as long as their first or second campaign, they place 150, every time in this incentive period between campaign 1 and 8, that your recruit brings in $150 or more, you earn $100. So if you bring in a hot shot, he's doing 150 or more every single campaign, that's an extra 800 points you have. Okay, so again, if you promote to a leadership title, so let's say you promoted to bronze ambassador and you got 1,000 points. Say you promoted in campaign 1 because you're a hot shot, 24, 25, and 26. You brought in these wonderful people. You and they are doing the $1,000. You're doing your 200. Life is great. So also keep in mind when you're doing this, you're getting a check from Avon every 2 weeks, a leadership earning check. So you're also getting that. So why I'm saying earning this, working toward the incentive, helps you build your business and helps you raise your income. So not only, but so if you promote, say in campaign 1, you promote to bronze ambassador. So you got your $500 bonus check, you got your 1,000 points, you got your 300 for all those people you brought in, all of that. Say they're all doing over 150, you're getting 100 every after that. Then let's just say in campaign 7, you bring in more people, and now instead of you and your team doing $1,000 every campaign, you're doing $2,000 every campaign. Instead of you and 3 people placing orders, it's now you and 6 people placing orders. So you have a team of maybe 8 or 9 or 10. At least 6 of you are you have to place an order every campaign because you're the leader, and Avon wants the leaders to be professional and place an order every campaign of $200 or more. But let's just say you got 10 people, and any 6 of them, every campaign places an order, and all your stuff adds up to 2,000 instead of 1,000. Ta-da! You get a bonus check of 750. Okay, so now you're up to 1,250 in bonus checks, and you get another $1,000 in points. So I think you're on your cruise already, but so this is how the points add up. If you help somebody in your first generation title up to bronze ambassador, which would easily get you to silver ambassador, she would get the 1,000 points. You would get 500 for helping her do that. So, you know,
now, is this realistic doing this part-time?
Yeah, I did. I became a what is considered a gold ambassador within my first year in Avon. I reached President's Club and what is now called Gold Ambassador. In my first year with Avon, I worked full-time. I worked actually for the theater department at UCF, and I was working 40 to 70 hours a week at UCF because I worked at the theater department. I was responsible for being there for all the performances. I would work from 10 in the morning to 10 at night, 11 in the morning, 11 at night, Saturdays, Sundays. And I did it my first year. I was very driven, but I also had a daughter in high school, so it was, I'm not going to lie, I was very driven. It was my goal to do that. It was at times very stressful and at times a lot of fun. Though my daughter learned to drive because she was just turning 16, and she learned to drive, driving me around, delivering my books to all my customers. So I'm not going to say I'm going to say it's absolutely doable. I did it. I'm not going to say it's easy, and I'm not going to say it's stress-free. But is it doable? Yeah, it's doable.
I had 2 sons, so I got it.
Well, I have 3 kids, but one, they had just got out of high school. So I think maybe my other daughter was still in high school when I started Avon. But my youngest one was just starting high school. She was in her last year of middle school when I started. She's 26 now. So, you know, I've been in for a while, but, so yeah, it's doable. It's not easy. It's simple. It's a simple business. All it is networking. Literally, that's all it is. It's talking to people. It's advertising that you're the Avon lady. It's inviting other people to look at the business or look at your brochure and your products. Following up and asking, is this something? Do you have more questions before you decide whether or not to be a representative? If you talk to somebody, they're not sure, and they ask you questions, all you don't know the answers if they want to become a representative, but you don't know the answers. You just say, you know, the beauty of coming on my team is we have a great support system. Let me call Barbara or let me call Donna. They've been in the business for 13 years. They can answer these questions for you. And while she's standing there, pick up the phone and call one of us and say, oh, I'm talking to Susie. And Susie's thinking about being a representative. She's not sure. She has this question. So it's not hard. It's a simple business. It's just not always easy. So so that's my answer for that. But,
It's honest.
huh?
It's honest. I mean, it's really, it's what you're willing to put into it. And that's, you know, that's kind of why I'm, you know, serious jumping in right now, because
Right. Well,
you can do the work.
sure, and that's the beauty of this too, because you do it at your pace. So, you know, I did it within my first year. I got to basically what it would be a gold ambassador, and Barbara did too. I'm going to say Barbara within her first year also made President's Club and also made, well, you were basically, did you make unit leader your first year?
No, I didn't make unit leader until my second year.
You would have been like a bronze or a silver ambassador. Her first year,
Right.
she would have been, we didn't have a title lower than unit leader. Unit leader is equivalent to like a gold ambassador. So, and if you want to learn more about leadership, you just click the leadership tab on when you're into your Avon, and you can learn about all that stuff we're talking about. But, so we didn't have those levels. But yeah, but I think to be successful at this, you have to have some level of a desire to do more than just play it small, I guess, which is just buying for yourself and buying for a few friends. And there's nothing wrong with that. We have a lot of people on our team that do that. And when they do that, that's still, you know, that helps the team. So every part you play as far as the team is concerned is you know, we're cool. It's like whatever it is you want. If you want more, then those are the people we're willing to talk to anybody. I misspeaking, but if you want more and you need help, we're here to do that for you. If, you know, you just want to do your thing, we'll back off and that's fine. And we're always here to answer anybody's questions. So that's kind of how we handle everything. I think Barbara would agree with that. So
Yes, I do.
So
Now, certain things I find are easier to learn when you have someone in front of you, but being that I'm so far away, like setting up the social media accounts and things like that, you know, having somebody explain it to you while you're trying to do it is, for some people, it's not the best way to learn.
have you taken the social media training that's in the Avon Social?
I'm going through the process right now.
Okay, I always found, and then if you follow somebody, Emily Segren, I don't know if you've heard of Emily. Her last name is Segren.
Yeah, I've watched her videos.
Huh?
I've watched her videos. She's holding up checks that she's gotten. And,
right, yeah, we have to get past all that. But she's actually quite informative. But the only way, and people ask me, how did you do whatever? I have no idea. And I do it with the social media guys. I open up a tab I have a tab for my Facebook, I have a tab for my Avon, and I have the tab where they're teaching me. And then I pause it, I go to wherever it is, I do it, I go back and listen to more, I pause it, I go and do it, and then and that's how I did everything. And I am totally, so if I went drove all the way out to your house and sat down with you and tried to teach you stuff, I would be like, I don't know. I have no clue. But that's how I did everything. I literally, Emily Seeger was the same thing. If she said, go to, Google and do this, I went to Google and I did it. I don't know what I did. I just did it. The minute she said do it, I did it. And then I paused her and I went and did it. And then I unpaused her and listened some more. So that takes a little bit of patience, and you just have to block out some time. But listen to what they tell you and just do it while they're telling you. Don't try to watch the
Mary.
Yes.
Do you work Monday through Friday?
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to think if I could come up to you during the week. But my weekends between now and Christmas are pretty crazy. I have a wedding this week and I have things going on, but we'll need to talk, and I'll have to figure out when you and I can meet, and I'll sit with you and we'll play with it. I don't know a lot, but I'm willing to play with it.
I might figure it out by then. It's just
you might.
Now, I mean, it's funny because I did the Avon for a while, but like I said, I was just really doing it for myself. So I didn't really read anything, So now it's like I'm starting from scratch. So
and that's good.
Yeah, I started at the beginning and I'm reading through every single thing. So
Okay.
Right.
Well, you can always call us if you have a question. Just remember that, or text.
Yeah, caller. In every email I send, I have my phone number. So you have my phone number. Okay, so all of these steps.
All right, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The way it's worded, it says each time your new recruit places another $150 plus order during the incentive. And if you look back up at the top of the screen, it's called something else. This is during the incentive. Go above that. This is during the Head Start period.
Right. You don't get the 100 points until campaign 1. If you bring them up.
Oh, okay. If you bring them in, okay. Okay, I get it.
You can bring them in this time, but if starting in campaign 1, they place another $150, you're going to get the 100 points. But
okay. All right. Thank you.
If you bring them in campaign 24 and they do 150 and 25 and 26, you're not going to get the 100 points.
But you will in campaign 1 if they do it again.
Correct.
Okay.
So
all right. Thank you for clearing that up.
And it's always another, because their first $150 order, which has to happen in the first or second campaign, that's their qualifier. So they have to do that. And then that's why they say another. So the first one doesn't count. So this is how you earn the trip. And, some people will say, just do your job. And if you just do your job, you'll win the incentives. And because there are people who are just dedicated to their business. They're dedicated to selling as much as they can, and they're dedicated to building their team as big as they can. And they will say, oh, I didn't even know I won the incentive. I just got the email from Avon. I had no clue. But a lot of us need the incentive to put the fire under our little behinds to start working the business the way Avon really wants us to work our business. Now, again, Avon doesn't care if you just want to place $100, $50 orders every campaign and get your 20%, and that's what you want to do. Avon allows you to do that. And I will say no other direct selling company does that. Avon will allow you to do that. I don't think any other direct selling company will allow you to do that. Avon will allow you to do that once or twice a year and allow you to keep your account open and allow you to come back the next year and not have to do the $25 again, as you found out, Mary. And they just allow you to keep doing that forever and ever. As long as you place 1 or 2 orders every year, that's it. So that's nice of them. No, I'll repeat it again. No other direct selling company does that. Avon will also, if you work your business properly, like seriously, will give you at some point credit. No other direct selling company does that. So these are lovely incentives to point out to people if they're thinking like, why would I want to sell Avon instead of something else? There's a lot of reasons why Avon. If nothing else, I kind of put it on our Donna's Dazzling Diamond Facebook page. I was just thinking one day, and I came up with 6 reasons why Avon and not another company. And just page down the Donna's Dazzling Diamonds until you find that. I
think I posted on Facebook today. Marie had posted that story about walking into a human resource office to apply for a job with all the rules and regulations. And I posted that today. And it's true. Everything on there we get.
It is
nobody
true.
else.
So, so these are things when you're talking to somebody. One, why you would want to do direct sales in the first place, which is what Marie's talking about. And 2, why Avon. So look for those 2 posts. But so the incentive, Avon puts out the incentives to try to encourage it. Because like I said, Avon will let you just keep it small. Keep it whatever, your $50, $100 order every 2 weeks or every other 3rd campaign or whatever it is you want to do. And Avon lets you do that. But Avon, the corporation, this billion-dollar company, isn't going to stay a billion-dollar company if every representative does that, correct? They're going to go out of business. So they need more representatives and they need more sales to be a leader in the direct selling and the beauty and home and health, whatever. So for them to put the fire under our bug for us to find more customers and sell more ourselves, as well as helping them build a bigger sales force, building another CVS for them sort of thing. They reward us. They reward us financially by the bonuses that they give us every time we do that. But then they're rewarding us by this incentive and earning points toward the trip. So, so that's why they do the incentives. And anybody have any questions? Hi, Martha.
Hi.
Hi, Martha.
She's been quiet
Hi.
down there.
I know. I saw her.
Do you have any questions, Martha?
I keep forgetting you guys can see me because I see you and I look like crap.
Oh, we all look like crap. It's
No, you don't.
it's 9 o'clock at night.
And I was online at 7 o'clock going through stuff, and then I dozed off, and I didn't get into you guys until 8:30.
Well, that's okay.
Well, I'm glad you joined us.
You found us. It's being recorded. It's all good. So you can watch it all again. She's hiding so we can't see her. She's so
Yeah.
All right. If we don't have any more questions, did this help at all?
Yes.
Yes.
It answered some of my questions. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So
when you win the trip, do they put all the Avon people together? So if I won it by myself, would there be other people there that I would know?
Yeah, Donna and I would be there.
yeah, hopefully we'll be there. Okay. And this is.
You were also saying that if you decided not to take the trip.
Yeah, I'm going to page down. I'm going to go over that right now. So we did this meeting 2 weeks ago, and I said at the time, if you hit 3,000 points, you get a gift. When you hit 4,000, you get a gift, or whatever it is. What is it? So these are the gifts. So here it is. If you earn 1,000 points, you're going to get that tower. See that tower right there?
Yes.
Avon?
That's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? If you hit 2,000 points, you're going to get the towel and the tote bag. And I don't know, are you guys blocking the mirror and the brushes? Can you see?
What?
Okay,
We can see them.
3,000, you get the mirror, and this is a brush set, a makeup brush set. See, when I heard mirror and brush set, I thought it was a hairbrush.
Oh.
That's what I thought it was, a mirror and brush set. I thought you were getting a hairbrush, but you're getting a makeup set, makeup brushes, and this light up mirror.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you get 5,000, you get the trip for one. If you hit 7,000 points, you get a trip for two. If you do not, and you're staying at the, oh no, you're not. Okay, so, oh, where did I see that? The buyout is if you don't want to go, they pay you out $500. So if you win the trip, you'll get all those gifts, the towel, the tote, the makeup brushes, and the mirror. You get those. And if you don't want to actually take the trip, they'll pay you out $500. If you earn the 7,000 points and you win the trip for two and you don't want to go, they'll give you $1,000 in cash. Now, if you win the trip for two, but you don't have anybody to take with you because, it's your vacation, everybody else can just stay at home, thank you so much. But you win the trip for two, you get to go on the trip and they give you $500 for the second person who's not going.
Or you can take anybody you want. A
Yeah,
friend.
as long as they're over 18, you can take
You can
anybody
take
you
whoever
want. You can take your mother, your sister, your girlfriend, your husband, your significant other, your boss, and maybe they'll give you a raise. Who knows?
And when is the trip?
The trip is June
2nd through the 5th.
Yeah, June 2nd through the 5th.
You just missed it. Where'd you go? Go up. Stop.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. It's so faint. I didn't even see it.
I know.
5. I would show the
June
video.
2nd
I
through the
don't even
5th.
know if you'd be able to see it.
And really, the only thing you need money for this trip is to make sure that you have a passport that's up to date. You have to pay for that. And if you want to buy yourself any type of souvenir or gift to bring home. Otherwise, everything, the whole time you're there, is paid for.
Including alcohol.
Yep, including alcohol. So,
and they treat you really, really well. So, yeah. So these trips are really nice. And it's good, even if you don't hit it this time, to get in the practice of working for them. They do a trip like this every year. One year they did a trip to the Bahamas or Bermuda, not the cruise, but it was a trip where everybody had their own cabana with a wait staff, a personal wait staff for them. So they came in and they would fold their clothes and they'd do their laundry and they would bring them drinks and it was clean their place all the time and it was just there. And they just said it was like so crazy. You felt like you were royalty or something,
How the other half lives.
Yeah,
yes.
How the other half lives. Exactly. Then you go home and your family's like, why aren't you waiting on me? But yeah,
Exactly.
they treat you really, really, really well. So, trying to get into the habit of trying to win these trips. And like I said, it moves your business forward. It gets you thinking a little differently. And that's the whole thing with Avon or any direct selling company is you have to change the way you think. And that's the hardest part. Because once you change the way you think, you change the way you approach your business. So the hardest thing is that. So I have to quote because I'm from Massachusetts. I'm a huge Red Sox fan. The Red Sox won the World Series. I tell you that because we stayed up late for Game 5. And then when they won, we stayed up later watching the celebration. Woo! High-fiving Now, can I say, the men in my room were sound asleep. The ladies in the house were wide awake, dancing and cheering. But they interviewed the Red Sox player who was the most valuable. He was awarded the most valuable player of the World Series. And he got this big old red Chevy truck and a trophy. And they're interviewing him and stuff. But he said something that I thought was brilliant. And then I thought you could say that, and I think, Bobby, you'll agree with me. You say, what he said was, the funny thing about baseball is, because this guy's been bouncing around. He's 38 years old. He didn't join the Red Sox until like June of this year. He has played for like 8 or 9 other teams in his, 10 or 12-year career. And so he's bounced around and done his thing, but he just always keeps showing up, playing for whoever will have him. He said, the greatest thing about baseball is if you stay in it long enough, great things happen.
Mhm.
And that's the
I'll
truth,
agree with that.
right?
Not only with baseball, with anything.
It is with anything. And the thing is, the only way you can blow it with this is to quit. Because if you stay in it long enough, if you just are consistent, even if you're consistent is only 2, 3, 4 hours a week. If you're consistent with that 2, 3, 4 hours a week, doing the things that make the money, which is networking, sharing your brochure, sharing the opportunity, following up, asking for the order or the decision whether or not they want to be a representative, delivering the orders, collecting the money, paying Avon on time, placing your orders every campaign, no matter what size. You stick with it consistently, campaign after campaign after campaign. Eventually, great things will happen. It won't happen overnight. It certainly didn't happen overnight for that dude, but he's feeling pretty happy today. So, so that's my closing thought. You stay with Avon long enough, great things will happen.
Yes.
Okay, so there we are. I'm just going to say have a great night. Remember, if you have any questions, give me a hoot and a holler, or Barbara, a hoot and a holler.
Yep.
So look at those 2 postings on our Facebook page about what Marie posted about applying for a job, and then my 6 things that make Avon, why Avon's so great. So, all right, y'all, have a good night.
You too.
Okay.
Good night. And thank you, Donna.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You want to repeat the
Donna, you have to close this off.
Okay, bye.
Bye.